Hi, girl. Hey.
Hey everybody, so welcome for those who are joining me for Splendid Saturday. If this is your first time coming, welcome. I am here with Joe, also known as Booty by Joe, and we're here to share her story. She is a teacher, she's a fitness instructor, and we just wanted to come on here, share her story, and spread some light for you guys, okay? So if you have any questions, jump on. If you want to show some love, put some clapping emojis, throw some hearts up. We just want to feel you as we talk. Okay, this is like a public FaceTime right now. Okay. All right, Joe, tell the people about yourself.
All right, well, I'm Joe, of course. I pretty much got into fitness, I want to say, my junior year in college. I studied psych at UMass Boston. And I had like these long breaks in between classes, and I was like, what am I going to do? So I started, let me use a gym. So I started using the gym over there in between classes, and I started going to LA Fitness like almost every day after work, and even before work, like I was getting into it. It was just kind of like my place of peace.
Were you always someone that was like into working out, or was it something that you were like, let me just start trying it out, like while you were in school?
I want to say I thought about it during school, and then I kind of like stepped my foot in the waters. But even still to this day, like, I'll go in the gym like for a few months, and then I go through whatever, and then I go into a drought, and I don't go as often, and then I get the mojo back, and then I go right back in it. So it's on and off, just like kind of like everything, but I do love it because once I'm in it, like I can really push myself. It's just kind of like my 2 hours out of the day that I give to myself, and that's the part I love about it. So that's when I got into it, and I came up with a class and Booty by Joe, and I started it January 17th, 2019. That was my first class. Oh my God, I was so nervous. I'd like peed twice, like within like 30 minutes before I started. Like I was just so nervous, and I was like expecting like maybe 3 or 4 girls. Tell me why 12 girls came, and I was like, oh, cover me, Lord, cover me. And it ended up being great. Like it was like once I just started, it just like flowed, like it just came naturally. And then I got a great turnout for the first night, and then I just kept it at once a week, and then eventually I bumped it up to twice a week. And during these hard times, and I haven't been in the gym in a few months prior to like my first live that I introduced. So I was like, let me bring it back. And I did it on Instagram one night, and so much love, and from the girls from the gym or my friends that always wanted to try it, and it was just a great turnout. So it just kept me going, kept me motivated. So I just continued it through the lives, and then hopefully when gyms open back up, I can bring it back in person. So
no, that's one thing I love about you. Like I've seen you do the lives consistently, and I was like, listen, this is incredible, especially since it's like you're inviting people to come and come as they are, wherever their workout levels are. It's just come, try it, do what you can, and just get that workout in. So my first question for you is, you talked a little bit about while you were in school, you wanted to kind of occupy your time, so you started going to the gym. What really set it off for you, where you were like, this is something that I really like, passionate about, and feel motivated by, and what made you want to share it with others? Like, what was that?
okay. Oh, girl, that was like a 3-part question.
I know, sorry.
No, you're good. Basically, I was really, really small at one point, and my aunt at the time, she passed away. I would always go visit my dad in Florida, and I would see her all the time, and she's like, you're so Meg, and like Meg in Creole is like skinny. And then I was like, am I really? And then she just like made me like body self-conscious, and then I was like, all right, cool. So I just started like eating more, and then just working out, and then I just kind of toned up and kind of got like a nice shape. And then I was just liking what my gains were showing me, so I kind of used that as my momentum to keep going. And after that, and then Above All Fitness came, and then we were getting really, really busy at one point, and it was just the owner at the time training, and then he was like, yo, you want to help out? And I was like a
Mhm.
little hesitant. And then finally I gave in, and, you know, the clients loved it and I got more comfortable doing it. And then I taught my class. That made me even more comfortable. And I just kept going. It was just like more confidence building and just getting more comfortable as like I exposed myself to new situations.
Mhm.
So that was kind of how I turned out to be here, pretty
Right.
much.
So my next question would be, because I remember when you were posting about, being with that gym. Is that the gym you currently train out of and that you
Yeah.
encourage people to come and join? Amazing. So I remember I think you guys were a part of some competitions. Is that true? Right?
Yeah, I did a
So how
competition.
was your experience, doing that for the first time? Because I could only imagine. I was supposed to be a part of my former trainer's competition. We had I forgot what we called it. It was like a competition, but I wasn't able to attend. So I could only imagine how it feels, especially for, a woman that's like just getting into the fitness world and, trying to figure out where she wants to land herself.
Right. That was extremely nerve-wracking. But it was fun. Like the whole preparation of training was very intense, and it was just, you know, unrealistic to me. And, you know, some of the workouts that both parties came up with, it was pretty nuts. I was like, you guys are trying to kill us. I'm like, we are females.
Right.
And then we just had to like push our body to the limit, like, or even past the limit at some point. And the day finally came. I think we only had like maybe 2-3 weeks of like solid preparation with the whole team, because obviously we're doing our individual training sessions, so we're just trying to build our strength and then just focus on what we're going to be our key workouts during the competition. But things happened, and then we just all scrambled, and we ended up having to do things that weren't assigned to us, and it was just like crazy. And then the day of the competition, oh my gosh, like afterwards, like my body was just crashing, but it was like so much fun. It really was. And, you know, we just pushed like that adrenaline just pumping. And then
Yeah.
it was just like, yo, I got to do it. I got to do it. Like
Oh, that's
I
so good.
attempted to deadlift 235 pounds because we were short for that part of the routine. And
Wow.
there was a video, and then I'm like struggling, but I got 3 of them. So I was like, yes, yes, me. And
Wow.
I was just like shaking as I was lifting it up, and I let out like the biggest scream at the top. And then I was like, I'm it. That's it. That's it. But I was just like, I didn't even think I could do it because I didn't even
Right.
practice for it. And
Right.
then the other day at the gym, I actually attempted to do it and I got 11. So just to see kind of how like my strength has over. Heard that?
My husband
Danny.
over here
Ain't he over there?
in the next room.
Yeah, so the fact that I was able to kind of see and feel my growth and all the changes within, I think the competition was maybe 2 years ago. Just to be able to see that, you know, that was just amazing for me. And, you know, one day if we have another competition, you know, best believe I'm going to do like 20 of them with no problem.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, that kind of keeps me going. Just try to keep up with kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like a small little goal, and just trying to just keep achieving it and then hit like a milestone, another milestone, pretty much. So that's how I do it.
No, that's amazing. So, what 3 tips would you give somebody watching Focus on Women, who's interested in starting their fitness journey, but they don't know what to do? What three things would you tell them?
I definitely tell them to like research first, you know, kind of like, what do you want to do? Like if you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, and just kind of research different strategies that professionals may use, or even using like Instagram, the newsfeed section. You can just search up like new gyms or like meal plans or something like that, just to get started. And then, you know, just go from there. And then join a small gym. It doesn't have to be nothing big. I don't recommend like LA Fitness or anything like that, because, you know, I see people just like staring at other people, and I really don't like that. So if there's like a smaller studio you could find, definitely try it there first. And then just get that confidence going. Try new machines, try new things. Um, and then go from there. And then obviously ask for help, whether you need a personal trainer or just somebody else that's working out in the gym and they look, like they know what they're doing. Don't be afraid to ask them, like, oh, hey, could you show me how you do that form again, or something like that. Just don't be scared, and then just be patient with the progress. Don't try to rush to lose 15 pounds, and that's not a realistic goal. Like, I want to lose 20 pounds in like 5 days. You know what I mean? Just be patient with yourself, really understand why you want to do what you want to do, and learn about it, research about it, and then go for it. And just keep pushing, don't stop. Obviously, like, I take my breaks here and there, but eventually I get back at it. So just always do that, always find a way to motivate yourself, even when you're in a drought.
What are the top 5 workouts that you would say to a woman for building a good booty?
I would say one was the standing kickbacks, and then I said the hip thrust or the bridge, just like that motion of like, poof. Yeah. I don't know what the difference is. They're both like the same movement, but I have to look into that. And then the third would be the Bulgarian split squat. And the fourth would be lateral kicks. And then the fifth one, kind of like that little crazy combo drill that I do in my booty classes, like the whole donkey kick and then the fire hydrant.
Ooh, child.
Like, once I get the band on above the thigh, just know somebody's gonna cry. So yeah, those are my top 5.
I believe it. Listen, them bands are no joke. We bought some bands from Amazon, and it's like this really nice fabric type of material, and I could only imagine when I start using them. I'm going to start using them, no way. But when I do, I'm going to probably be like, why did I use them? But it's going to feel good in the end, right?
Of course. So some of the ladies, too, like, they started without a band, and then they're like, oh, where can I get a band? And I was like, oh, check Target or Amazon. And then they took the class with the band, and boy, it was a different kind of stress. So I love the bands. The bands add extra oomph.
Oof, like, girl, that resistance.
Yes.
Oof. So, Joe, my next question for you would be, since you are doing more fitness and stuff like that, do you also pair working out with meal plans, and like has your eating changed? If so, what has it changed to since you've been working out consistently and training?
I don't have a meal plan, but my partner does do the meal plans, so we kind of go hand in hand in that sense. But for me, I always tell everybody, don't do what I do, because I eat, and I eat everything. I don't limit myself to any dieting or eating habits. Whatever I crave, I make sure I eat it. So don't do what I do. At the end of the day, all of our bodies are different. Our metabolism speeds are different. So, yeah. We kind of know our bodies naturally. So I usually always ask them, like, is it easy for you to gain weight? If you want to gain weight, if not, then, you just have to start increasing your eating habits. So right now I'm in the journey of gaining a little bit more weight. I'm at 163 and I want to touch 170. So my plan for myself is trying to eat 7 to 8 meals a day. Nothing too crazy. Just try to have a little more protein. So pretty much like my chickens, my turkeys, my steaks, my fish. And then I'll try to have like veggies, even though I'm anti-veggies. But if you guys love veggies. Oh no, girl, I don't like veggies.
You just gotta learn how to prepare them.
Yeah, I felt like, because like broccoli, I can eat them raw, but I can't eat them steamed. Like, I don't know, like the juice, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Joe, how tall are you?
I am 5'7".
Oh, girl, we like the same.
Yeah.
But you just the fit version. I'm like kind of fit.
But you have like a nice shape. So
it's coming, girl.
Tone it up, and then once you like kind of tone up everything, like you just look even like better, pretty much.
Oh, it's so true. When you were talking, you were like, I'm like 160. I literally hit 155 the other day. Honestly, I was on the door like knocking at 180, but it was unhealthy. Like, I wasn't working out. I was just overeating. People were like, oh, it's just the marriage weight. I'm like, listen, when you get married, Joe, don't listen to that crap. Anyone that
in
tell me it's marriage
relationships,
weight.
they're like the
No.
happy weight. I'm like, no.
No, that's not good. It's not healthy. It's not, for me, it's not okay. Like I was literally huge. And so when I was at 180, you know, I was trying to eat better. I wasn't really working out. And, you know, certain things happened with my health. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be 180, I need to be a fit 180. So if you're a girl and you're on this live, listen, do not eat to then lose the weight. Eat to gain the weight and work out. Right?
Exactly. Amen.
Girl.
Amen.
Girl,
Right. I don't
so
even
my
see
next
Angel at
question.
180. Every time I see Angel, she snatched. Like, I remember the first time I met you when you gave me my first haircut, and I was like, "Oh, she cute. She cute."
Yeah, girl, that was like I think I was probably like a good 160 around then.
Yeah.
But that's because I was always, and that's another thing, I was always walking, I was always out and about. Yeah, I got some fat pictures. If y'all want to see some before and after, actually, I'll DM you my before and after.
Yes,
You're
let
gonna be
me
like,
see, because I
girl,
don't believe
girl,
it.
it
I
was
don't believe it.
crazy, crazy. So, Joe, my next question for you, I feel like that's a weird way to always say for my next question. I need to find another transition.
You good?
With working out, have you like, how does your body feel since you've been consistent? Even if you fell off a couple of times, can you tell the people how your body actually feels since you work out?
I feel great. I have more energy. I'm able to push through, take less breaks, like within my cycle, because typically I train for about 2 hours, if not 2 hours.
Mhm. What
And I
does two
take,
hours looks like? I'm sorry, not to cut you off. What does
no,
two hours look like for you?
um, so pretty much I start off with a stretch that takes me maybe like 5 minutes, and then I would, like in a gym setting, I would use like the Stairmaster or the elliptical, and I would go there for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I'll just keep increasing the interval or the speed, or the incline, depending on what machine I'm in, just so that I'm burning more calories. Because I'm not a big fan of cardio, but it does help when you're trying to tone certain parts. So I kind of sacrifice there with my 10 to 15 minutes. And then, I'll go straight to the machines or straight to the weights, and I'll just keep going. I usually do 4 different workouts, and I'll do them 3 to 4 times each. And then I always try to increase my weight for each set that I'm doing. Um, and then I pretty much keep going. When I'm thirsty, then I'll stop and get water, but I get back into it. But I'm once I get in there, like I'm just focused like on me and like whatever body part I'm working out on. And at the end of it, I just give myself another stretch, or if there's a foam roller available, then I'll use that also, just to help alleviate some sore muscles too. Because I do go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, so I am going like kind of like every day. So if I'm doing legs like 3 or 4 times a week, then they really get sore. So I have to make sure that I'm always stretching or using the foam roller, and then taking the Epsom salt baths. So it gets really intense, and but once you're in there and you get the groove of it, like you become addicted. So like once you just get your foot in the door and you enjoy it, and you start seeing the results that you want, you really just can't help but not to go. Like you have to go, and you make time for it, just like anything else. So that's pretty much my moves when I'm in there.
So mentally, it's probably like, it kind of like motivates, it's like self-motivation, because it's like that addiction of like, I need to see the results. I need to feel this feeling and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So when you were working out, like, let's just say when the world goes back to normal.
A better normal, let's say
I don't
that.
know. Yes, because it's not going to be like how it used to be.
No, it can't be like it was, because, oh no.
Hot mess. So would you increase your workouts? So you said you do it about like 4 to 5 times a week, right? Do you do morning and evening workouts, or no? And would you do it?
Sometimes. So, well, back to the previous normal world. So I would wake up and go to the gym, shower for the gym, and then go to work. And then I'll go to my other job at the gym and I actually train clients. And then some clients I've actually done like the workouts with them, especially when they're individual personal trainings and they're just getting started. you know, I'm an advocate for the buddy system, and we did have a service for buddy systems. So sometimes they just need that extra push. So sometimes I'll just jump in and do like a workout with them, just so they feel it, just so they can see like, oh yeah, I'm dying with you. You know what I mean? Just kind of increase their momentum and, you know, give them that sense of motivation that they need also. So it varies. And then even now during quarantine time, I go to the gym and work out, or I'll do like an outdoor workout in the daytime, and then I'll go on the live for Booty by Joe. So sometimes I am working out twice. And then I started doing these outdoor personal training programs. I start on Monday. So I have a few girls then, and then I have to make sure I get my workout in. But then it's been a minute since Booty by Joe Live, so I have to do Booty by Joe Live too. So I'm going to be working out 3 times on Monday. So it all varies. But, you know, once I get started, I just keep going. So it doesn't phase me pretty much.
What if, not what if, so I'm assuming, because we all go through it, when you were training, well, now that you're still training, what keeps you going other than, you know, oh, I need to see these results, or, you know, what do you tell yourself so you're like, okay, let me get into the gym? Like, what motivates you?
Because when I'm not at the gym, like, I just think of thoughts. You know, like just sitting at home too long, you know, you start to go a little mentally ill. And, you know, I've been depressed and all that other stuff. And, you know, the gym was like my outlet. So, you know, I have to work out when I can just to avoid like any stressors, because I just don't want to go through that again. So, you know, I go in there for my 2 hours and I really make it about me. You know, I don't think about anything else or any other problems or any what if situations. So, you know, that's like my outlet that I need. It's like a requirement in my life now. And even when I do like take mini breaks, like I'm still walking, or like if I'm just working, I'm still making sure that I'm going up the steps instead of taking the elevator. Like I'm still trying to be as active as I can, just so that mentally, like, fitness is still in me. Like I'm not losing that side of me.
Got it. So you mentioned depressed, just now. So I was gonna ask you, tying it back to when you would see your aunt and, you know, you said that they called you mem, skinny, right?
Yeah.
So was your depression also linked to the way your body was, you know, when you were younger and stuff like that? And how did you get past that hump of like, oh, I'm skinny, people think I'm skinny, this is really taking away on my character, it's taking away on how I feel about myself? How did you get over that hump?
You know, just kind of hearing it often, you know, it's like, okay, let me do something about it kind of thing. And then once I did something about it, I stopped hearing it. But then it's like, oh, you're getting too big. And then, so it's
wait, you getting too big?
Like, it's so, like, I don't know, because I don't see them every day, because I'm up here and they're in Florida. I don't know. But, you know, at one point I'm too skinny, because I try to visit every summer. And then it's like, 1 minute I'm too skinny, and the next I'm too big. Or it's just like, you know, I can never satisfy them.
You can't.
But it's just like, why am I trying to satisfy them? So then I'm like, I need to satisfy me. So, you know, I just kind of had to, you know, not allow my mind to play tricks on me, pretty much.
Right.
And, you know, I got into fitness for me, you know, not to either gain weight or to lose weight or whatever the case is, or try to be like a super model body or something like that. Just, you know, do something for me and then enjoy the results that I get on myself.
Okay. No, we're not sisters, but she is my sister. Yes, she's my spiritual sister. I love Joe. Joe, what would you tell your 13-year-old self?
13. What was I doing at 13? Oh, I would say, oh my God, Angel, that was a question.
I know, girl. I done dropped it on you.
Yes, Denisha, Haitians are crazy. My 13-year-old self, I'd say love hard, and just do it with no regret, and always just, you know, be mindful of like who you invest in or what you invest in.
What would you tell your 50-year-old self?
You a bad mama jamma.
Ah.
I would say like I'm proud of myself, you know, for these little moves that, you know, I've made. And even like Booty by Joe, I don't think of it to be like something like so huge, and I don't plan on it to be something like over the top memorable. It's just something that I started and that I can call my own and know that, you know, I helped, you know, females or men, whoever, just achieve like a small goal for them. You know, Booty by Joe is just something intimate for me that I love, and that's a part of me. And, you know, I wanted to share it with the world. And, you know, that'll
So
be,
what would you
that'll be
say
my,
Booty by Joe's mission is?
to build a poppin' booty.
Okay. To build a
Pretty
poppin'
much.
booty.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You know, I feel like every girl wants a nice butt. You know, whether you have
Mm-hmm.
a big one or a small one, or it stands up better, or you have like a nice little curve in the back, whatever it is, it's just like, but whatever butt you have, you know, every girl wants to enhance it, or whatever the case is, remove cellulite or remove the stretch marks, whatever the case is. And then, you know, with like my fitness background, like I don't even focus only on the booty. You know, when I see somebody or they message me and they're like, oh, I'm kind of overweight, but my butt is like has cellulite and all this other stuff. I'm like, great, keep doing my classes for the booty perspective, but go outside and do a run, like do some jumping jacks, do something. So I kind of just try to incorporate everything within the booty class, um,
Mm-hmm.
or just Booty by Joe in general, just because I am a personal trainer, so I just can't ignore everything else. So I always try to include it. But with Booty by Joe, when I do the classes, she is my twin, yes. Um, but when I do the lives, when I do the in-person classes, you know, I've had all shapes, forms, figures come through the door and kill it. So it's really for anybody. And then in my personal trainings, I even give them booty days.
Mm.
You know, on top of whether they want to lose weight, then they'll be doing HIIT or cardio trainings. Or if they want to gain weight, we're obviously doing weight trainings, strength training, and I throw in some booty. Because at the end of the day, every girl wants some type of booty. So I
Right.
just try to incorporate it at all times.
Right. Your screen name is Jay Yonsei. Does Beyonce have an influence on you? Because as you know, she's like our height. She's like 5'7". So every time I think about
I
body
haven't been
goals, she's
blessed
one
to
of the
stand
people I
next to
think
her.
about.
She
Huh?
is. I love her. No, I said I haven't been blessed to stand next to her yet. It's still on the.
No, I haven't yet either. But girl, Google told me that she's like 5'7". Like,
Yeah, no,
okay.
like I just loved her since high school. Like she is my world. Not to be a crazy not to be a crazy beehive member, but you know, I just love her music. Like gets me going. You know, when you're sad or you're in the shower, like who do you play? You know, I play her and I sing my heart out. You know, she's just like that person that, you know, I look up to. And, you know, my computer screensaver is she said Google.
I did. I did.
It says, "Don't worry, Beyonce," you know, and it's just like, you know, don't worry, just be Beyonce. Like, and then there's other
Right.
things like, you know, we have the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce, and look at what she gets done. You know what I mean? So it's like all these little things that come out of her name, you know, just kind of like sinks into my mind, and I'm like, you know, there's no room for me to be lazy or to not accomplish everything on my schedule for that day because I have the same 24 hours. So if I have to miss like 2 hours out of sleep to get something else done, then I have to do that. So she is me, I am her.
Right. No, that's the mindset. Like just like you said, she's like I mean, I used to be a big music head, but I kind of fell off, not gonna lie. You know, got older, stopped caring, just started playing whatever. Whenever I'm cleaning, it's either Soca, Compa, Cape Verdean music, Burna Boy, or Beyonce. But if
Literally.
I'm in my feels, I'm like, okay, I'll say to Google, I'll be like, yo, play some Beyonce. And I'd be on it because she'd be like a whole vibe. Look, shout
Yeah.
out to
And she's just
Beyonce.
like, you know, she got Sasha Fierce when you need to like, you know, get some attitude in you. And then you got Lemonade when you're mad at your man and you want to beat his stuff up. Like, you're smashing cars, you're doing something. So
Literally.
she's everything. She's actually on my
No,
wall. Let me just show you guys
poor
Beyonce.
CB. I know. Listen, she is
Oh,
a mood. I love that you said she has the same 24 hours as us. And literally, when me and my husband talk about motivating, she's one of the people I look towards where it's like, listen, when I watched her Coachella thing, it was like she put the work in after having them babies.
literally. And I think it was I think it was 8 months, she said, of preparing performance just for that 2-hour event. Because I just watched the Netflix special not too long ago, and then I was just like, wow, there's nothing that can really stop you but you. So she's my go-to.
No, I mean she's a beautiful role model. She's a beautiful, icon. Joe, my next question for you
Yeah.
is if you had to share and shed some light, what would it be to the world?
What is wrong with you in these questions? You're gonna make me shed a tear.
No, that's how it is. Because, for me, the reason why I started this platform is because I really believe my friends have amazing stories. They're doing incredible things. And even my cyber friends, the people that I don't know that I interview. And so when I thought about this, I was like, I want to shed some light. Like the joke is because my last name is Light, And
That's a
I
good
feel
one.
like, it is. So I just want to have people be able to be raw, be real, be transparent, and share, what really helps them in those dark times. So as I said, if you could shed some light, what would it be to the world?
I would say just, watch your energy, be careful of who you bring around you. And whatever you give to them, make sure they're willing to reciprocate it back to you. Whether you're sharing, like you're investing your time or your support or whatever it could be, just make sure that they're willing to do the same for you. Like if I get a flat tire, like who am I gonna call? You know what I mean? I need to have at least like 3 top people, and then vice versa. I need to make sure that they can call me if they get a flat tire. Just make sure that who you bring around you are loyal to the T and supportive and not judgmental. Like just try to protect your energy. You got to watch out because nowadays, people just kind of front, I guess. They may show you one thing and show you a different thing the next day, and then you end up being hurt. So you just have to protect your aura so you don't get out of character. Never let someone's attitude or rumors or whatever the case is like alternate you. Just make sure that you're good and nothing phases you. And that took me a while. I'm still working on it now. But just be selfish with you, just a little bit, because oh wait, hold on, here's coming. Ooh, damn you, Angel.
Throw some clapping emojis up, put some hearts in. This is real talk.
Oh jeez.
No, it's real. We need to hear this.
Be careful of who you give yourself to, pretty much. Okay. Protect yourself.
I'm gonna let you catch yourself. That was really beautiful. I think a lot of women, we don't realize that we need to protect our space and protect our vibe. Guys, throw some clapping emojis. She's sharing. This is from a deep place, okay? And I feel like when we hear other women share that, it helps us realize like we're not the only ones that have to protect our space and protect who comes into it. Right. Joe, how do you set those boundaries, like personally? How do you set those boundaries so people don't come in and, start to mess your vibe up? And I love you. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome. No, I don't want to let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
Repeat yourself, Angel. Sorry.
It's okay. I said, for women that are listening and even men, because I feel like everybody needs to know how to set boundaries. How do you set boundaries so people don't come and ruin your vibe and, interfere with that space, that personal space, especially when you're trying to be selfish and, take care of you?
I would say like set your expectations in the beginning. You know, just
Ooh,
hold
girl,
yourself up to those and
that
just
was
hold
so
yourself
good.
up to, you know, your standards. You know, don't ever let somebody tell you like you're too high maintenance or you're low maintenance, whatever the case is, you know. Just set your expectations or set your requirements, and if they're not willing to do so, then it's just like, sorry, you can't come near me. Um, you know, and if that's pretty much it. You know, that's for friends, relationships, you know, client to personal trainer,
From both.
whatever. You know, you just have to set that guideline there. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Ah, can you hear me?
Is it me? Yes. Yes. Wait for my thumbs up. Let me find the thumbs up emoji. Ah, wait.
I'm like,
I'm. It's going in a circle. I'm waiting for you to pop up. Okay, you just popped up.
I'm,
We are technically challenged. Is that the word?
oh,
Technology.
it's just because this is a good conversation, and so anything that could try.
I hear you. I yes.
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 Okay, so just repeat for me your last statement on how you set boundaries. You started off with saying, say your expectations. So you could go from there.
Yeah, so basically setting up your expectations and setting up your requirements, and you know, try to do that on the first couple of encounterments. You know, don't go like a month in or 2 months in and, you know, still be in the shadows. You know, try to, whatever, like as soon as you feel in a friend or you're calling them a friend, just make sure that, you know, they understand you, you understand them. So that way it's like, oh, if they did something behind your back, oh, I didn't know that would hurt your feelings. Like, you know, you would have known because I told you if you do this, that, and the third, it will hurt my feelings. You know, you just have to set that up for everybody, even in the professional standpoint. It's like, okay, if you feel unwell, just make sure that you share that with me that, hey, I'm not coming in today because I don't feel good. I will see you next week. And
Right.
then instead of having me wait at 5 o'clock and you're my 5 o'clock and you don't show up, so I'm like, oh, I could have did something else in that 5 o'clock hour if I had known, you know, prior. You know,
Right.
just same with everything. Relationships, set that standard up so nobody's slacking or whatever the case is. So you don't set yourself up. You know, it goes back to protecting yourself and your spirit.
Mm-hmm. So, Joe, as we come to the close, can you tell the people how they could reach out to you, how they could join your Booty by Joe class, and all that good stuff?
You guys can follow my page. I'm doing my Booty by Joe live on Monday. It's been a week off, just because I've been preparing for the soft launch. I had to get some things in order. And then we can go from there. And then when gyms actually open up, then I can list out the places that I'll be teaching the class at too, for anybody who is interested in person. And I may even continue to do these lives even when things get back to normal, just for those that aren't in the States or close to that Stoughton, Brockton, Canton area. Like, I still want them to be able to have access to me. So I'll definitely look into that as well. And then my website's coming soon. And the products are coming soon. So just be on the lookout. And then all the support, guys, like all the sharing, the reposting, like that means a lot. And that's the only way that I'll be seen. So I appreciate everyone who shares and reposts and tells a friend.
And invites a friend.
Yes.
Right?
So
Joe, thank you. Right. Show up. I know I have to show up at one of these classes one of these days. I'm definitely trying to, girl, get it together and get it right. And I love supporting, you know, people in their businesses and their journeys and, you know, stuff like that. Thank you so much for jumping on this live with me. I know when I asked you, you were like, what? Like, Angel, huh? Like, you know, but I think that your story is incredible. I can't wait to see how Booty by Joe grows. I know you said that you're not expecting it to be like a big thing, but for somebody that's trying to get their health in order, it's a big deal for them. And I thank you for, you know, jumping in and doing it. And I have a last question that we usually ask people at the end. My husband stepped in and he was like, forget. So my last question is, right? My last question is, what goes in the bowl first? Is it milk or cereal?
I put the cereal first. So I can measure how much amount of milk I need.
I'm saying, I only know, I think 2 people that put milk first. And I was like, that's not even meant to be. Like, if you put too much milk, then you have to put too much cereal. And now you're just wasting milk and cereal.
What happens if you don't even have like enough of that cereal? Then you're going to have to mix cereals in order to, you know, kind of match the milk. I don't know how Frosted Flakes and Cinnamon Toast Crunch taste together, but, you know.
That'd be different. That'd be different.
Yeah.
Joe, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we end this live?
Just be on the lookout for me and just keep praying for us. You know, if you're a spiritual person, you know, Angel's amazing, and she said some stories to me, and she is still standing on 2 feet, head high, as always. You know, she is shining, she's glowing, and she found happiness within herself, within her marriage, you know. So I wish you all the best, and just keep sharing all those things because I need it. And then
girl, listen, look, you talked about accountability.
For Splendid Saturdays, please keep doing it. Even if it falls off, just try to get back to it, you know.
Yes, girl.
This is helpful. You know, I needed to cry today, so thank you for letting me cry today.
No problem. And girl, you talk about accountability. If you need me to share some tips, you just got to be able to receive it with love. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa, because I know I need some accountability with this weight thing. My husband be looking at me as he's looking at me right now like,
well, he needs to, let's go for a walk, let's go for a run.
No, he does. He really does. He does that. He's always like, when we wake up, he's like, you want to go for a walk? And I'm like, can we go in the afternoon or in the evening? I'm trying. Okay? It's a struggle. All right. Legit baby steps. But thank you so much, Joe, for joining me. I hope you have an amazing Saturday. I love you so much. Guys, don't forget to like and follow her. Hit her up on the gram, soon to be website, and soon to be YouTube. I'm just throw that at you right now.
If you want to handle it, girl, yes, you can.
You know, okay. I love you, Joe. Take care, okay?
Yes, you too. Be safe. I'll see you soon.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Splendid Saturday.
Thanks to everybody.